el equipo Toros del Valle. Good evening and welcome in to Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua, Nicaragua for tonight's Basketball Champions League America's Group A matchup between Real Estelí of Nicaragua and Toros del Valle of Colombia. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Feda, and we're so glad you can be with us tonight wherever you're watching from, in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Well, Andrew, Real Estelí returns this year as one of only two teams to play in every BCL America's tournament. The perennial Nicaraguan power looks to win their group once again, and with a couple of newcomers in their group, they are in prime position to do just that. However, David Rosario will have to do it without Ismael Romero, Terrell Holloway, and Emmett Williams, who among them accounted for 50 points and 20 rebounds per game in BCLA play last year. But they have added Puerto Rico national team member Esrael de Jesus, who was with Gladiadores in BCLA play last year, as well as Mexico national team player Gabriel Giron.
Wow, Craig, 50 points, 20 rebounds. That's no joke. I'm interested to see how Real Estelí accounts for that missing production. Both players you mentioned, pretty capable. In fact, Gabriel Giron, I always felt like with Halcones last year, he was not underutilized necessarily, but could have done more. It was just kind of the pecking order of that team. So interested to see what kind of role he plays here this year.
Yeah, he had 10.6 points per game last year with Halcones and shot 37.5% from three-point range. So no doubt he'll step into Real Estelí and have an immediate impact. El Tren del Norte will take on Toros del Valle, making their first appearance in BCL America's play. Don't know much about them. They reached the semis of the Colombian League after finishing second in league play. They'll feature Colombian national team players Michael Wright, Soren De Luque, and Luis Almanza.
I mean, hey, Craig, Group A is a bit mysterious and fashionably late to the party. So I'm ready to get to know them. We've seen all other groups play 4 games each, so it'll be exciting to see what Group A has to offer over these next 3 evenings.
Yeah, it'll be nice. Nice to get some fresh blood, some fresh meat out on the court for us after seeing the same 9 teams. But this is the only game here tonight. Tomorrow, Toros will take on Paisas, who will also be making their BCL America's debut. And then on Friday, Real Estelí will host Paisas to close out the January window. There you see the starting lineup for David Rosario and Real Estelí. Rosario in his 6th year. He's starting Esrael de Jesus, Gabriel Giron, Artel Lopez, Gerard Ruiz, and Will Daniels from the USA. And he's an interesting story. We'll talk more about Will Daniels in a little bit. We saw the starting lineup for Toros del Valle just a few moments ago. Head coach Raul Pabon. He's assisted by Tomas Diaz and Ivan Garcia. Toros will be starting Yosimar Ayarza, Soren De Luque, Michael Wright, Benito Santiago Jr., and Christian Pizarro. If that name, Benito Santiago Jr., sounds familiar, that's because his father was a longtime Major League Baseball player, most notably for the San Diego Padres. Benito Jr. was drafted in the 31st round by the Chicago Cubs in 2010. I had a chance to see him play in BSN Puerto Rico with Guaynabo. I believe he was, I think he was with Santurce in 2022 when I was doing that league. But he's with Guaynabo now in BSN Puerto Rico. Our officials for tonight's game: Omar Bermudez of Mexico, Leonardo Zalazar of Argentina, and Nicolas Zivieri of Brazil. That is an official I have not yet seen. And we move from one great boxer to another. We were in Arena Roberto Duran in Panama City. Now we are in Polideportivo Alexis Arguello Two of my very favorite boxers from the early mid-'80s.
Craig, how many carats are these jerseys, do you think?
I don't know. I just hope they're easy to read as far as the numbers go. Toros win the tip,
Ooh.
and we are underway. Beg your pardon, Real Estelí won the tip. I'm not even sure what color the uniforms are. Are those purple? Are those... I have not seen Estelí wear those before. So now Toros with their first offensive opportunity. Real Estelí in a zone. Three-pointer up and on the way, and that is good. Cristian Pizarro gives Toros del Valle their first lead of the game. They showed a close-up of Soren De Luque, but that was Cristian Pizarro on that three-pointer. Kick outside, back to Benito Santiago Jr., and that is good. So just like that, Toros up 6-0. There's Jared Ruiz getting it over to Bartel Lopez, and now I believe that's Will Daniels. Nope. And a travel on Jared Ruiz. Lots of experience on the floor for Real Estelí. A lot of these guys have been playing together for years. You got Esriel de Jesus at 33 years old, Gabriel Giron, 36, Bartel Lopez, 35, Jared Ruiz, 32, and the senior member of that staff, Will Daniels, 38 years old, from the USA. And we get a look at Bartel Lopez, the 35-year-old captain for Real Estelí. I still can't tell what color that is. Is that like a deep purple?
Love their whole collection.
It's like a royal navy blue. This reminds me of
Those things on the internet that ask what the color of the dress was or whatever.
Right.
And
yeah,
everybody has two different answers that are wildly different. Like it'll be like light blue and yellow.
Yeah,
like, that's what?
That. I'm leaning more purple, a deep indigo maybe.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Free throw by Gabriel Giron is up and in. An 80% free throw shooter in BCL America's play last year to give Real Estelí their first point of the game and their second one as well. So groups B, C, and D are all finished. We had 3 teams sweep those groups, Franca, Flamengo, and Minas. We've only got one group that is still somewhat up for grabs as far as the second spot goes. Three-pointer missed, and that is Group C. Minas swept the group, but both Quimsa and Bigua 1 and 3. And in fact, Quimsa on point differential actually leads Bigua now.
I put them on notice.
They are in second place. Yeah, Quimsa with the win over Bigua the other night, keeping their hopes to defend their championship alive. Second free throw missed. And Estelí looks to chip into this early Toros lead. Ruiz, now that three-pointer up and in, and Estelí to within one. That was Will Daniels. We promised we'd talk about him, 38-year-old American from Hyde Park, New York, home of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. In fact, he went to Roosevelt High School. Played collegiately at the University of Rhode Island. Finished in 2008 as Soren DeLuque draws the charge, or rather is called for the charge. Will Daniels has played in Greece, France, Latvia, Russia, Puerto Rico, Lebanon, Israel, Mexico, Germany, Turkey, I should say, Uruguay, and Kosovo, in addition to the G League. Will Daniels won championships in Kosovo, Mexico, Puerto Rico, France, and Latvia. He was the Turkish scoring champion in 2018, the Greek All-Star Game Slam Dunk Contest winner in 2009. He was All-Atlantic 10 first team twice in 2007 and 2008. His senior year for the Rams, 18.5 points and 6.5 rebounds, played 122 games in 4 years, and started 95 for the University of Rhode Island as Real Estelí gets their first lead of the night at 8-6.
So to summarize all of the impressive stuff you just said, Craig, he's pretty good at basketball, I would say.
He's pretty good at basketball, and to quote a song made probably most famous by Johnny Cash, he's been everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Benito Santiago blocked that shot, and it'll stay with Real Estelí. Shot clock at 2 now 1. Three-pointer rattles in. How about that?
Kept that
Real
pivot.
Giron hits from 3. That's the third three-pointer now for Real Estelí, and they lead 11-6. Giron with 5. That was Jared Ruiz leaking out and getting ahead of the defense. I think. No, that was Estelí de Jesus. These numbers aren't always the easiest to read. At any rate, it's a 13-6 lead now for Real Estelí. Toros del Valle started off on a 6-0 run. But Real Estelí counterpunched with 13 of their own, and Raul Palmon wants timeout.
You should say a prayer, ain't nobody praying for you. Cause if I want it, then it's mine, that's what I'm saying to you. If it ain't hard, you better leave. You try and cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. And there's a good chance that you may never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be. Cause I bring the pain if it should ever me. Tonight, you should really find a lifeline. Outlaws come alive in the nighttime.
Looking forward to the Men's AmeriCup Tournament 2025 right here in Managua. It's going to be an outstanding event. I think there's still a couple of spots open qualification-wise as we look at the turnaround three-pointer by Gabriel Giron. And David Rosario, glad to have Gabriel Giron on his team this year. Giron scored 25 against Real Estelí in group play last year. He was a late addition to Halcones. You remember Halcones brought in a bunch of guys about, I can't remember if it was the January or the middle of the January window or February. And then they went on an absolute tear. They were a fun team to watch. Nice feed inside. But Duluque can't finish.
Something about this game that reminded me a little bit of Halcones is the atmosphere here. Got a great crowd in the arena. They had some, I don't know if they had pyrotechnics like we saw at Halcones.
Yeah, they did.
But a nice little light show there for the intro, and pretty exciting stuff.
I forgot about the pyrotechnics in Salapa.
Yeah,
that was
every
just so
time
much
they scored. Yeah.
Practically. Nice driving layup. That was De Jesus again. De Jesus now with 4. Estelí 3 of 4 from three-point range, and an air ball there. And that's going to lead to the easy bucket for De Jesus. And, Andrew, I get the feeling Real Estelí is going to keep leaking a guy out on every shot that Toros make, or rather they take, in the event that they miss, because Toros, they're just letting the guy run down. That's 3 baskets now they've had like that. They're going to do it until they stop him. That three-pointer missed.
The general rule is in basketball, if you're the guy that usually probably shot or the top of the key, whoever's closest back, you've got to run back. You can't all go for offensive rebound.
Beautiful spin move by Jared Ruiz, and he puts Estelí up 19-6. A 19-0 run after Toros del Valle started off on a 6-0 run. Fast break layup won't go, but Ruiz got it back and then poked out of bounds. Michael Wright. So that went off the leg of Ruiz, but nothing doing there. And did I see that right? Did Michael Wright, number 8, have the name Jackson on his back?
When you said that, I was like, wait, I was double checking, but then I said, no, I think that's the right person. But I just thought sometimes the lettering are decorative or, you know, some kind of theme. Yeah, and it's hard to make out. I said, oh, okay, I see that in there. Correct. Yeah, we mentioned in the intro, too, Toros went on that 6-0 run. We don't know much about him. Real Estelí, you know, perennial participant in this tournament. We saw a lot of them last year, albeit a little bit of a different lineup. But we kind of know what to expect. And they came out with that 6-0 run. I said, oh, we may have a contest.
Are they going to count that?
Week.
Are they going to count that? I think they are. De Jesus throws up the prayer after drawing the foul. And he's going to get to go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
That's disheartening when you're already experiencing a 22-0 run, and then somebody throws that up, gets fouled, and makes the circus shot off the glass.
Wow. 25-6 now. De Jesus now with 9. And foul. Alejandro Minota into the game for Michael Wright. Luis Almanza in for Soren Duluque. Duluque already with 2 fouls for Toros del Valle. And both free throws miss. Beg your pardon, they got one. So it was a 25-0 run. And a nice feed underneath. Shot blocked, but a foul called. There you get a look at Chicago Cubs 2010 draft pick, Benito Santiago Jr. And to the line, Andy Perez. Christian Solis comes in to replace Josimar Ayara. I'm going to have to go online, Andrew, and see if we can, if Real Estelí has a team store. Get some of these jerseys.
I'm telling you. See if I can customize it with my name.
Yeah.
Maybe if I got down there by Saturday with the jersey, I wonder if they'd could I like sneak on?
Yeah,
maybe play garbage minutes. Yeah. Show them what I got. That's not much left. I'm going to let you know.
Santiago for three. Offensive rebound by Solis. And that time you saw Christian Pizarro get back on defense. Pizarro loses his footing and a foul called. Actually, it's whistled as a kick. So on the floor for Toros, it's Luis Almanza, Alejandro Minota, Benito Santiago Jr., Christian Pizarro, and Christian Solis. And for Real Estelí, De Jesus, Josimel Martinez into the game now. He was on the 24 BCL Americas team, but did not play for Real Estelí. Into the corner for three, Jorge Salazar missed. And for Estelí, it's De Jesus, Martinez, Perez, Jared Ruiz, Francisco Garth, and Romario Ponce. Actually, De Jesus is out. Oh, and the right hand soaring dunk. By Christian Solis.
Hey, watch your head.
9. Yeah. Solis saves it, but saves it back into Estelí under their own bucket. Three on the way from Ruiz. That is good. Ooh. And again at the other end, Solis with the right-hand dunk. 1 minute to play in this first quarter. El Tren del Norte is a-rolling. Another three. That one missed. Rebounded by Alejandro Minota.
That was almost three in a row right there.
Yeah. Real Estelí now 5 of 8 from three-point range. 10 of 17 overall. Boy, that didn't look like it went through the hoop, did it?
Yeah, it was kind of weird how the net kind of popped up.
Three on the way from Salazar, no. Romario Ponce into the game now for Estelí. He turned 29 years old 2 days ago, so happy birthday, belatedly, to Romario Ponce.
Wow.
Andy Perez got himself clear of the defender and then kind of lost control of his body and missed the bunny. Three on the way with the clock winding down. Off the glass, no. And that will not count. Several seconds too late. And we go to the end of the first quarter. Real Estelí after falling behind early 6-0, closes the quarter out on a 29-3 run. Andrew Hunt, if you are Raul Pabon. What do you tell your team after that first quarter shellacking?
Again, you're asking me for inspiration at a time when I'm not sure what you just got to play better defense, I suppose. Got to keep them from scoring.
So we look at the numbers on this one. De Jesus, 9 points for Real Estelí. Ariel Giron, 5. Andy Perez, 1. Jared Ruiz, 11 already. Will Daniels, 3. Martel Lopez with 3 rebounds in that first quarter. For Toros, here you see their shooting numbers, 3 of 14 overall, 2 of 9 from three-point range, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. As we look at first quarter highlights, we're going to see a couple of early ones by Toros del Valle. Benito Santiago Jr.'s three-pointer. We'll see one more bucket here. Or we should see one more bucket by Toros, and then a whole passel of them by Real Estelí. Scoring for Toros, Luis Almanza with 1. Benito Santiago Jr., those 3 points we just saw. Christian Pizarro with 3. And Christian Solis with 2. Michael Wright and Christian Solis each with 2 rebounds in the game. Christian Pizarro 2 assists. Real Estelí, big rebounding advantage early also, 14-7. 5 turnovers in that first quarter for Toros. 3 for Real Estelí. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. So glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. Santiago hits the first free throw. He's one of those rare guys that has had the opportunity to play 2 sports professionally. You don't see a lot of basketball players playing another sport. Michael Jordan, of course, being the notable exception.
Well, and to me, baseball is not. I always thought like soccer
Blocked
guys.
by Christian Solis. Blocked at the other end by Andy Perez, but a foul called. Yeah, that does say Jackson on the back, doesn't it? What a block by Christian Solis. 23-year-old. So here's Michael Wright. And he does have Jackson on his back, but he's on the roster and on the stat page as Michael Wright. Michael with 2 L's, in fact. Risky pass helps break the press, and that leads to the baseline cutter, getting the layup, and that is Francisco Garth. Garth played 6 games for Real Estelí in BCL Americas last year. Had 7 points against Quimsa in the quarterfinals. Perez fouled, and if that's on Soren DeLuque, beg your pardon, Soren DeLuque, fouled by Andy Perez. So DeLuque will go to the free throw line and try to complete the three-point play. Soren DeLuque is a load. He is a big boy. Listed at 6'5", 196 centimeters. Gives me a little bit of Charles Barkley vibe with that body. Same size, kind of the same shape.
And better golf
Barkley,
swing,
of course. Well, that's not saying much. I think Soren DeLuque could possibly be dead for 3 years and have a better golf swing than Charles Barkley. 33-16 now. Toros with a 7-4 advantage in this second quarter. And I think if you're Raul Pabon, you know, you kind of rip that rearview mirror down and say, you know, we can't do anything about that first quarter. Let's try to win the second quarter, and then let's try to win the third quarter, and then let's try to win the fourth quarter. Maybe we'll have made up those 20 points.
Right, or the other thing I'm looking forward to in a tournament like this is that they're going to...
Oh! Going up again, Christian Solis, showing he's got some springs in this game.
He's going to produce more dunks tonight than we've seen so far in the tournament.
You might be right. And Martinez hangs in the paint and hits.
Back to what you were saying about, you know, I guess moral victories, that sort of thing, is I want to see if I can execute tonight against a good team, you know, knowing it. They're not out of it yet, but assuming this keeps going, they're likely the outcome is written on the wall, but you play again tomorrow night. So if you can get a flow going, you can potentially translate that in tomorrow night's game and hopefully get off to a better foot against a different opponent.
Yeah, and just because you might get stomped by Real Estelí, the favorite in this group, that doesn't mean you can't win against the other team and advance to the quarterfinals.
Exactly. So this is where, you know, you actually have something else to play for. So this game isn't, you know, as important to. Each game has its importance, but there's still a path for you to move forward.
Francisco Garth, meanwhile, whistled for the unsportsmanlike. Soren DeLuque misses the first free throw, and now Toros 4 of 10 from the stripe in this one. And hits the second, and somewhat mockingly thanks the gods. It's good to see after a little tangle like that, where one player gets the unsportsmanlike, to come together afterwards and say, well, we're all good. And a nice drive by Soren DeLuque. Well, Toros del Valle, they've cut the lead to 14. Coming up on 7 minutes to play in this second quarter. Into the corner, 3 on the way. Splash. That one was by Denson Campbell. He played 3 games for Real Estelí in BCL Americas last year. Did not score. Santiago, the drive, lost it on the way up. Tracked down by Solis, out of bounds, and it'll stay with Toros del Valle. corner again, another three. That is good. Estelí continues to rain down from outside. That one, Osmel Martinez. And it's 41-21. The lead is back to 20. And Raul Pabon wants timeout once again. 7 of 11 now from beyond the arc for Real Estelí. 63.6%. Estelí continues to roll. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua, where Real Estelí playing on their home floor. Led by 20 after one quarter. Toros cut it down to 14 just a few moments ago. But Real Estelí has ballooned the lead back to 20 at 41-21. And Andrew, this is one of those situations we've seen so many times where, you know, a team gets down big and they work so hard to get a few points, and it seems like they kind of might be building towards something, and then all of a sudden the team that's still up big, they make it look so easy and score, you know, another passel of points.
Yeah, a lot of people are aware of the expression that basketball is a game of runs. When you've got a 20-point lead, you can withstand the run from the other team and still know that you're going to go on your own and just lengthen that out, kind of killing momentum. We've seen that a few times this tournament. We'll see if that's the case this evening or if Toros can buck that trend.
Artel Lopez committed the foul. Ayarza not complete the three-point play. Inside 6 minutes to play now, second quarter. Three-pointer is up. And rings out for
Great back screen.
Jesus.
Great back screen to get that shot open.
Santiago for three. That rattles out. Here comes DeJesus. Draws the foul. And look at the fouls already. Real Estelí already over the limit. Toros del Valle. That's just their first foul. And now Santiago sits down. Michael Wright comes back on.
So we got a number mix up here, or one of those numbers that looks similar.
Yeah, because that looks wearing number 8.
You know what I think we got here? I think that number 3 maybe is no. We can clearly see his number. Doggone.
Yeah. Oh, what a behind the back pass from DeJesus. Estelí pours it around the outside. The three-pointer won't go. Wow, what a highlight reel pass that was. Toros with a couple of looks from inside, could not convert. Now back outside. Jesus thought about the three. This one is up. Rebound pulled down by Pizarro. Splits the defenders, gives it up underneath. Now outside to Ayarza. That three-pointer is good. Yosimar Ayarza. It's definitely number 3, and that's definitely Yosimar Ayarza.
Well, we have both of the number 8s are currently on the floor.
No, I think that's number 6, Soren DeLuque. That three-pointer up and in. And the lead back down to 16. Unless that's a 0 with a line through it, and that's Luis Almanza.
We got the player on the ball right now, and then the top or the left of the screen is the player that we...
Yes, that's 0.
There's Almanza.
That's Luis Almanza.
All right. Now we got it. Sort of.
Yeah, but we
I'm
still have
confused,
an 8
but less confused. Yeah, that was the part I was trying to figure out. I said, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yeah, that's
someone else, but
that's a 0. Okay.
Process of elimination here. We're narrowing it down.
Free throw, meanwhile, by Jensen Campbell is up and good. Now we have to solve why Michael Wright has Jackson on his back.
Yeah. My almost nightly plug for the website. Anybody watching wants to understand what we're referring to on the website roster. It has a small thumbnail of everybody that's on the court, and then comparing that to what we see on the screen. Make sure to check that out.
Jackson. Rather, Wright. Three minutes to play in the second quarter. Beautiful driving right-hand layup. Jesus scores again. Into the corner for 3. That missed badly. I believe that was Salazar on the miss, number 5. Jesus now with 13 points for Real Estelí. And a turnover as Toros del Valle. They step on the sideline with a chance to get a good look with just over 2.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. The things as we continue to call this game, Andrew, that I find interesting is we have Toros del Valle, and if you look at it spelled, Valle is V-A-L-L-E, and in Spanish, at least in Spain as I understand it, that would be Valle. But South American Spanish, the 2 L's are pronounced more like a J, as we saw last night in Jaime Lloreda, L-L-O-R-E-D-A. And the V is pronounced a little bit more like a B, so it's Valle, as I understand it. I could be completely wrong, but in my travels in South America and from what I've studied and learned online,
you're the language guy, I do the numbers. That's our roles on the team here. I defer to you. You sound great, Craig. You sound great.
I sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do mean that.
49-29, Real Estelí leads big. The lead for Real Estelí back to 20 points, 49-29. With 2:15 to play, second quarter. Floater up and in for De Jesus. That gives him 15 points, and that's the biggest lead of the game now for Real Estelí at 22. Ayarza has it poked away in the corner. It'll stay with Toros. Will Daniels hit the deck? And to kind of close the loop on the Valle, in the evolution of language, it's thought that in the coming years, decades, that at least in English, that the V and the B will be, one of them will drop out of the language because they're so similar in sound and in making the sound of the letter with the lips and the teeth. A beautiful spin move by Martinez. Gets the lead to 24. Attempt at an alley-oop, trying to get it to Christian Solis, but the pass not in a great position. And now at the other end, a 2-on-3, and Martinez takes it himself and lays it in with the left hand. Lead now 26 with a minute to play in the second quarter. A shot on the three-pointer with traffic around him. Josimar Ayarza. He's got 11 points now for Toros. 3 of 4 on three-point shooting. Ayarza 3 of 4. The rest of the team 2 for 10 from three-point range for Toros del Valle. Real Estelí, meanwhile, 7 of 14. They were up in the 60s a la Flamengo the other night. Timeout on the floor. I think Real Estelí took this one. Yes, they did. Again, this is the only game tonight. Groups B, C, and D all finished for February. Minas, Franca, and Flamengo all finished the group phase undefeated. And Real Estelí expected to win Group A, but we've got a couple of unknowns between Toros del Valle and Paisas. Both teams from Colombia. Toros based in Cali. Had a chance to spend some time in Medellin in 2017. That was a beautiful city. Had a wonderful time there. Everybody was just fantastic. Three on the way from Ruiz. Ayarza the rebound. Now Toros with, oh, that's Christian Pizarro. That line through the 0 confused me. I was thinking 38, but no, that's 30. These are sharp uniforms on both sides, but I'm old school when it comes to putting numbers on uniforms, just because I've been a broadcaster for ever. Give me on a light jersey, give me a big clear block number, and on a dark jersey, give me a big clear white number. Just contrast. That's all I'm asking. And no fancy fonts on the numbers.
Right. That's why I said all your numbers are going to look the same between each jersey. If in your world, everybody's got the same numbers.
Shot clock off. Game clock at 6. Pizarro trying to shake the defense. Drives. Gives it to the cutter. Gets his man in the air off the glass and misses. Not sure if that was blocked.
Thought we heard a whistle before the buzzer. Yeah.
So Luis Almanza will go to the free throw line. With 0.5 seconds left on the game clock. The foul was called on Ponce Ferguson. So they put 0.2 on the clock rather than 0.5 as Almanza hits the first free throw.
Enough for a heave?
Second one is up and good. I don't think there's going to be enough time for a heave. And Real Estelí doesn't even try. And they take a 19-point lead into the locker room at halftime. 55-36. As Toros del Valle actually outscore Real Estelí in that quarter, 27-26.
There you go.
So how about
Just
that?
like your advice.
You ask them,
Yeah.
Yep, you ask them to win the quarter. Now, maybe they, in the third quarter, put up similar points, and maybe they hold Estelí under 20. And then you're looking at a ball game. But at halftime right now, 55-36 in favor of Real Estelí on the strength of a 25-0 run in the first quarter after Toros started off with a 6-0 lead. As we look at the individual numbers on this one, or rather the team numbers first. Real Estelí, 20 of 34 for 58.8% overall, 7 of 15 from three-point range, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Toros, 12 of 30 overall, 5 of 14 for three-point range, 7 of 15 from the free throw line. And Toros, their free throw percentage is creeping up. Let's see if that will continue to improve throughout the course of the game. Real Estelí still a big advantage on the boards, 24-14. 8 turnovers for Toros to just 5 for Real Estelí. Toros took much better care of the ball in that second quarter. Individually for Real Estelí, Estelí de Jesus, 15 points. Osmel Martinez, 9. Gabriel Giron had 5 points. Andy Perez, 1 point, 3 rebounds. He also has 3 fouls. Bartel Lopez, 4 rebounds with 3 fouls. Jared Ruiz, 11 points. As we look at the highlights to this point, Will Daniels has 5. We saw him go down hard and come out of the game. Hopefully he'll be okay. Francisco Garth, 4 points. Vincent Campbell has 5 points, 4 rebounds. For Toros, Luis Almanza, 5 points. Yosimar Ayarza, 11 on 4 of 5 shooting, 3 of 4 from three-point range. Soren De Luque, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Samuel Mojica, 2 points. Michael Wright, or whomever is wearing number 8, has 2 points. Benito Santiago Jr., 4 points. Christian Pizarro has 3 points and 7 assists. And Christian Solis, 4 points. So the lead 19 at half for Real Estelí. Toros del Valle, they were able to find some offense in that second quarter. Unfortunately, if they're going to get back into this one, they're going to need to find some defense as well, giving up 29 points in the first quarter and 26 in the second. We are back live from Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua with second half action between Real Estelí and Toros del Valle in just a few moments. Welcome back to Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua, Nicaragua for tonight's Basketball Champions League Americas Group A matchup between Real Estelí of Nicaragua on their home floor and Toros del Valle of Colombia. After one half of play, Real Estelí leads 55-36 alongside Andrew Hunt. My name is Craig Feta. Thanks so much for joining us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of this great big wide world of ours, the BCL America's YouTube channel and Courtside 1891. A fast break for Toros to open up the second half. Oh, no call on that. Yeah, it seemed to be a little bit late on that whistle. Yeah. But the charge by Jared Ruiz and the correct call. And a good officiating friend of mine and the best broadcaster I've ever known, Greg Haldleib, longtime minor league umpire. Broadcaster in multiple sports as well as news, as Christian Pizarro hits the three-pointer. Says there's no such thing as a late whistle, only the correct whistle.
Yeah, true story. I'd rather have it late than early.
Yeah. If it takes you an extra second to process the information, then best to consider it and get it right. Back outside to Pizarro. Shot clock now in single digits. Pizarro to the right elbow, turns it over. I believe that's Ruiz. And then Ruiz loses it out of bounds. It will stay with Real Estelí. Jesus, 15 points in the first half, swings it right side to Will Daniels. Good to see him back in there after he went down hard in the first half. Giron fouled. And that is on Michael Wright. Pass all the way up ahead into the corner. Reverse layup blocked, but Toros maintain possession. Now that three from the left wing, no. As the lead is down to 14. Real Estelí led by as many as 26 in that first half. Quick spin move into the lane. My goodness. Like one of those ice skaters doing those pirouettes when they start spinning so rapidly. Pissarro into the lane.
What about basketball on ice?
That'll be interesting. Now Pissarro for three. That is good! And the lead is down to 13. 57-44, just a couple of minutes into this third quarter. And now David Rosario wants timeout.
Real Estelí looking quite lackluster to start the half.
Yeah. Basketball on ice, that could be fun. Seen it on horseback.
Craig, it's a terrible idea. Terrible idea.
I've played football on snow skis before. 57-44, Real Estelí back in a moment. (57-44). Toros del Valle have cut this lead in half. Went from 26 points in the first half. And you just keep chopping wood. Keep your head down. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't look at the clock. Don't worry about what happened in that first quarter. And then maybe you look up toward the end and find yourself in a position to maybe make it interesting. Nice ball movement by Real Estelí results in the three-pointer. Jesus again. He's got 18 points now, his first three-pointer. DeLuque turns it over. Got a little too deep under the bucket, couldn't do anything with it. Now at the other end, Jared Ruiz. And again, we talked about it in the first half, Andrew. It seems like Toros working so hard. They get the lead down to 13, and just like that, a couple of buckets by Estelí, including a three-pointer, and very nearly a breakaway there, but the pass a little too far for Will Daniels. But how about the defense? Giron and Bartel Lopez, they were not going to concede an easy bucket there.
Rim protectors. .com. No.
Santiago lost it on the way up. And that ended up in the drum line. Nice turnout here tonight in Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua for the opening game of Group A. Group A did not play in the December window and did not play the entire first week of the January window. Oh my goodness, again Estelí not conceding a layup. De Jesus outside, the three-pointer missed. Giron the rebound. Giron back up in traffic, no. DeLuque draws the foul.
I think Estelí so far tonight has been protecting the rim better than anybody we've seen in the tournament. I think I can safely safely say that.
He's credited with 4 blocks in this game. Martel Lopez has 3 of them. But they've forced lots of misses from in close. So yes, I would agree.
Christian Solis for Toros. It would be pretty formidable shot blocker himself too. He's
Yeah.
definitely dissuaded some people from making a basket.
And he's got 1 block in this game, but he's definitely got some hops. Into the corner for Santiago. His hanger in traffic in the lane doesn't go. He wanted a foul, but did not get it. Lead back to 18 for Real Estelí after Toros had it down to 13 just a few moments ago. And Lopez gets it back, then loses it out of bounds. Lopez got into the lane, looked like he had an easy hanger, and then tried to get it underneath to Will Daniels. Pass a little high and with a little extra salsa on it. Lopez ended back up with it and then lost it out of bounds. Pizarro off the window, no. Luque draws the foul, and he'll head to the free throw line. Luque tonight. 1 of 5 from the stripe. Toros overall 7 of 15. And the drum line really making some noise as Luque misses again. Did an arena football game many years ago in Omaha Civic Arena. And the drum line was right next to where we were sitting for the broadcast. And it was, I heard those drums in my head for about 3 days afterwards.
Yeah, I was going to say, that could prove pretty difficult.
But it's just so amazing to see the different venues all over the world. You can see some of the soccer culture carrying over into the indoor arenas for basketball. Luque, yes! In soccer, traditionally, they sing the entire game. In basketball, you got drums and horns. did the games for Greece Macau a couple years ago in BSN Puerto Rico, Estelí finally hits a free throw. Well, I guess technically the second tonight. The third, really. 3 of 8 now. But there was a father and son duo that just played horns and drums the entire game. They were each a one-man band with a horn and a drum. It was hilarious. And they didn't even stop when their own team was shooting a free throw right in front of them. And then finally the other fans got them to stop. But that was the only time they stopped. Samuel Mojica into the game now for Toros. As Cristian Pizarro sits down. Pizarro, 7 assists in this one. Does have 3 fouls. Here comes Wright. Lost the handle, got it back. Shot clock at 5. Luque misses, but a foul called. Luque got hit on the top of the melon. Osmel Martinez committing that foul. If Toros could maybe go on another little run here, get it down to 10 heading into the fourth quarter.
Like my chances better at 10 than I do at 16.
Yeah, no question.
No matter what happens, I'll give us some end of game math here to, well, maybe not start the fourth quarter. We'll have to see where we land.
So the lead back down to 14.
Looking at the numbers, Real Estelí cooling off is definitely given an opportunity to Toros to feel like maybe they can get back in this.
But a bounds off of Martinez. Travel. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Thank you so much for joining us. The first night of play for Group A in the 2024-25 BCL Americas season. Groups B, C, and D done for the January window as Josimar Ayarza drives the bucket and draws the foul. Flamengo, Franca, and Minas, all undefeated, all have clinched their groups. They've all clinched first place in their groups, in fact. Estelí favored to win Group A, perennial BCL America's quarterfinalist. And an offensive foul on Benito Santiago Jr. Gotta be careful, doesn't want to get teed up here for demonstrating. Real Estelí finished second in 2021. And they lost to Flamengo in the finals. And they've made the quarterfinals each of the last 3 years. No doubt they would dearly love to make it at least one step further. Assuming the group favorites all move on to the semis, which is a big assumption, to be fair. You get a team like Kisa that can squeak in. If they can make their way into the quarters, you never know what they're going to do. Defending champions. You've got Instituto, who can give you problems. And Biguá can do some good things as well. But if all 4 group favorites make the semis, then it becomes difficult for Real Estelí. We'll have to see how they look in their next 2 games, as well as the February window. The drive and the flex. For Francisco Garth. And he completes the 3-point play. So the lead back to 18 now, as we are under a minute to play in this third quarter. And again, Andrew, we've said it a couple times throughout this game. Toros worked so hard to get the lead down. They got it to 13 at one point, 14 just a couple of moments ago. Now it's 18 again. Santiago drives, turns it over. Oh, and a 3-pointer on the fast break. Gets the lead back to 21 for Real Estelí, and that is not where Toros wanted to be. We were just talking a few moments ago that they could maybe get it down to 10. You like that better than 14 or 16. You certainly like that better than 21. Now DeLuque kicks it out, 3 on the way. Rebound, bounces around, and the third quarter will come to a close. A strong finish in the frame by Real Estelí to take a 73-52 lead into the fourth quarter, outscoring Toros 18-16 in that third quarter. And again, Andrew, we talked about goals for Toros del Valle. They founded offense in the second quarter, putting up 27 points. And you said, okay, let's find some defense now, and they did. They held Estelí to just 18 points in that third quarter. However, the offense went away again, scoring only 16 points in that third. By the numbers.
Right, not really.
Go ahead.
Just saying they haven't really been able to put those two things together, which is important, obviously.
Well, maybe they can do it in the fourth and make it interesting. As we look at the shooting numbers, Estelí is still shooting a robust 56% overall. A healthy 42.9 from three-point range as a team. 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Toros del Valle, 34.8% overall, 7 of 18 from the free throw, or rather from three-point range. Not terrible, 39%. And 13 of 22 on free throws. Toros really have cut into the rebounding advantage of Real Estelí. Estelí ahead 32-25 now. Toros with the advantage on the offensive glass now, 8-4. Individually, Esriel de Jesus, 20 points now for Real Estelí. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Rosamel Martinez, 11 points. Gabriel Giron has 8. Andy Perez, 1 point. Bartel Lopez, no points, but 6 rebounds. Jared Ruiz, 16 points, 4 boards, 4 dimes. Will Daniels, 5 points. Francisco Garth, 7. Jensen Campbell, 5 points, 5 rebounds. For Toros, Luis Almanza, 5 points. Josimar Ayarza, 13. Soren DeLuque now with 13 points, 7 rebounds. Samuel Mojica, 2. Michael Wright, 4. Along with 4 rebounds, Benito Santiago, 4 points. Make it 6. Christian Pizarro, 9 points, 7 assists. And Christian Solis has 4 points. Jared Ruiz, 3 steals. Gabriel Giron, 2 steals. And De Jesus has 1, or rather 2. Shot clock winding down. That 3-pointer missed. All the way at the other end, Michael Wright couldn't get that one to go in the teeth of the defense. Garth short on his 3-point attempt, and an offensive foul on Garth as Benito Santiago Jr. takes the charge. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Fada. Thanks so much for being with us. Wherever you're watching or listening from, in the USA on FanDuel TV, across South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel and FIBA's Courtside 1891. Tried to get it out to Santiago, and now an easy breakaway off the window, and the lay-in by Jensen Campbell. Did not count, though. Ayarza. Oh, beautiful touch pass from DeLuque. Got it to Santiago, but a little too much steam on that one. Santiago had to regain control and could not finish. Garth nearly stole that rebound, but DeLuque has it, takes it all the way himself, lays it in with the right hand, coast to coast for the big man, Soren DeLuque. And a 6-0 run by Toros to start off this fourth quarter. That's just how they started off the first quarter, before Real Estelí went on a 25-0 run. Ruiz really had his pocket picked, and a whistle. Giron sits down for Real Estelí. High off the window, won't go. Rebounded by Solis. Boy, that Real Estelí defense inside is just so strong. They do not concede anything when you get inside that restricted area. Jared Ruiz scores again. Raul Pabon takes time out. Andrew, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I was going to talk a little bit about that defense that we said, but I'll say a little bit more about that after the timeout here, Craig.
75-58 in favor of Real Estelí. Just under 7 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Real Estelí led by as many as 26 points. Toros have made several runs in this game, including a 12-0 run. They still find themselves down. The lead is 17 for Real Estelí. Andrew, you were...
Yeah, got a little something about the defense.
Timeout.
Yeah, the defense for Real Estelí, we mentioned. One of the things I like about this term is you have your different groups, and we've seen definitely in two. We've got the top. I think we've got the top team in all three.
Oh, alley-oop dunk! My goodness. Luis Almanza jumping into the rafters and jamming that one home to cut the lead down to 15.
Yeah, great play out of a timeout there.
Shot by Martinez with the left hand won't go. You were talking about the groups and defense.
Right, so we've got the top teams that we see. You may have some the lower teams may not, be up to par with the teams, and that's what I'm wondering here is Toros maybe better than what we're seeing? It's just a great defensive effort by Real Estelí, or is Estelí's defense looking so good? Because Toros, we'll see, may be at the bottom of this group. We don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see Toros in action again tomorrow night, and then Estelí play again Saturday, I believe. So we'll see if this defense keeps up and if Toros is a better team tomorrow night.
Salazar missed that three-point attempt. That would have cut it to 10. Patience on the offense by Estelí, and Martinez scores. Back to 15 as we inch closer to that 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Another three launched. That one missed. Toros 7 of 21 from three-point range. Campbell on the drive. Rebound Martinez, and puts it up and in. Osmel Martinez now 15 points. One of three players in double figures for Real Estelí. Ayarza. Back to Salazar for three, another miss. De Jesus has 20, and Jared Ruiz 18 for Real Estelí. Estelí turns it over. And a nice feed leads to the easy two-pointer for Luis Almanza. Almanza now 17 points, 79-64. Beg your pardon, Almanza 9 points. Completely at the wrong player. Three-pointer missed by Ruiz, but good bounce for Estelí, and they get the ball back on the offensive rebound. Ruiz inside to Martinez. What a pass from Ruiz! He couldn't have passed that any better if he walked up and handed it to him. And just like that, the lead back to 17 for Real Estelí, and Raul Pabon wants timeout. And this is the only game of the night. We had an off night last night after groups B, C, and D finished up for January. They will play tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday night. Tomorrow night it'll be Toros del Valle against Paisas. Right back here in Polideportivo Alexis Argoyo in Managua. 7:40 p.m. local time, 7:40 Eastern in the U.S. as well. And then on Saturday, it's going to be Real Estelí against Paisas. 7:40 local, 7:40 Eastern.
Craig, as promised, I've got some numbers here. Three parts of what I was looking at when we started. We started this quarter, Toros down 20. You got 10 minutes. So that's why I like this nice, easy round numbers. If you're going to get back into the game, you got 10 minutes, you're down 20 points. Just to tie the game, you've got to average 2 points more per minute than the other team, right? As long as you average two more points, whether they score 5 and you score 7, or you score 2 and they score 0 per minute, you end up with a tie game. The reason that's tough is, at worst, for the team who's down, they need more possessions. At worst, if you go 24-second shot clock, that's about 3 possessions per minute, or 30 possessions for the game. Assuming you get 50% of those, you only got 15 possessions now for the quarter. Correct. The remainder of the game, what's left of it for you.
Right. Yeah.
You've got 15 possessions to make 20 points. Now, you could score 20 points in 15 possessions, but again, the other team has those 15 possessions as well. Assuming they score even 20% of the time, they're going to add 7-8 points to the lead. So that's why it gets tough. And then again, assuming you're probably not going to score 100% on all 15 of your possessions, which at 2 points per would be 30, and you probably got a good shot at winning at that point if you could truly go on a 100% run. But that's kind of the math that I think of at the end of the game that concerns me, I guess, and why I've said in the past I kind of like the idea of, let me get a quick basket with a 2. Maybe I get fouled, stop the clock to get a third point, catch my breath, rather than just shoot my way out of it with 3s. Obviously, at some point, that's just what you're going to have to do. But I'm a fan of the momentum strategy. Let's get some good stuff going. Maybe I can get the other team a little worried, a little worn out, frustrated. It's the way I look at it.
Yeah, but the real question with all that math and all those numbers, if a train leaves Buenos Aires at 6 o'clock doing 90 kilometers an hour heading north, and another train leaving Rio at 6:30 doing 130, where do they be?
As you asked that question, I thought, do I need to get my thinking cap on or put a helmet on, because I'm about to slam my head into my desk here. I can't find my helmet right now. I don't know where it is.
All right. Well, this train for Real Estelí, El Tren del Norte, has rolled all night long. Started off slow, trailing 6-0, and then they finally left the station. Closed out the quarter on a 29-3 run. And they have not looked back. Estelí obviously just running some time here. Didn't result in a great shot, but they did run off 24 seconds. Pretty much Academic at this point, trailing by 15 and a minute 30 to play. Get a good look at Soren DeLuque. As he heads to the free throw line again. 5 of 10 from the stripe. As the drum line has no mercy. Even up 15 points with a minute 33 to play. DeLuque misses both. And so the Real Estelí drumline can pat themselves on the back for a job well done. As another three pours in. Gabriel Giron. His second of the night. He had one early, and then just now got that one. 2 of 4 from the arc for 11 points altogether. Now Santiago. His three-point attempt went off the basket support behind the backboard and was blown dead. My good friend Lee Hall is going to be joining Andrew these next 2 nights. My last game of the window tonight. Been a lot of fun, a lot of great basketball. Glad to finally see Group A, at least 2 of the teams. So I will expect a detailed, in-depth scouting report with charts and graphs on my desk Monday morning from you, Andrew, about Paisas.
Oh,
so that when we start up the February window in 2 weeks, I will be up to speed. Mario Ponce
going through
game now for Real Estelí.
We were going through all that. I said, I hope Lee's listening and writing this down. And I said, gee, he might need some help with that.
George Salazar, 5'7". Tied up with, I believe that was Osmel Martinez. Martinez comes out. Clock down to 10. Up ahead to Ponce. And a three-point attempt by Jensen Campbell is good. And that makes it 87-68, the final. Toros outscore Real Estelí 16-14 in that fourth quarter, but too much damage already done. As Real Estelí opens group play with a victory on their home floor here in Managua. They will take a night off before taking on Paisas on Saturday. Toros del Valle will take on Paisas tomorrow night right back here at 7:40. As we look at the final numbers on this one, for Real Estelí overall, 33 of 69. Got a little loose there at the end. .47%, 11 of 28 from three-point range for 39%, 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Toros del Valle, 24 of 70 overall for 34%, 7 of 26 from the arc, 26.9, and 13 of 24 from the free throw line for 54%. Real Estelí wins the rebounding battle, 48-39. Real Estelí, 15 turnovers, just 13 for Toros. Real Estelí did have 9 steals and 5 blocked shots. Individually, for Real Estelí, Esrael de Jesus, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Josmel Martinez, 17 points, 5 boards. Gabriel Giron, 11 points, 5 rebounds. Andy Perez, 1 point. Martel Lopez, no points, but 7 rebounds. Jared Ruiz, 18 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Will Daniels, 5 points. Francisco Garth, 7 points, 4 boards, 3 dimes. And Jensen Campbell, 8 points, 11 rebounds. Ruiz finished with 3 steals. Giron had 2, and De Jesus 2 as well. For Toros, Luis Almanza, 9 points, 6 rebounds. Yosimar Ayarza, 15 points, 4 boards. Soren De Luque, 15 points, 12 rebounds. He tallies the double-double. Samuel Mojica, 2 points. Michael Wright, 6 points, 7 rebounds. Benito Santiago Jr., 8 points, 3 assists. Christian Pizarro, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. Christian Solis, 4 points and 2 boards to round out Toros del Valle. Once again, tomorrow night it's going to be Toros taking on Paisas, 7:40 p.m. local time, 7:40 Eastern time in the U.S. It'll be Lee Hall and Andrew Hunt. And then on Saturday, Real Estelí back on their home floor here at Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua, taking on Paisas of Colombia. Once again, the final score, Real Estelí 87, Toros del Valle 68 for my partner Andrew Hunt. My name is Craig Feda. Saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.